Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Gabriella. Today I'm officially back from hiatus. Thank you for waiting for me. And if you're new here, hi, welcome to my channel. I've just come back from a planned break. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday season and I wish you all a very happy new year. For the first video of 2024, I thought I would pick up an old watercolor sketchbook that I haven't been using for over a year. I used it for quite a lot of videos back in 2022, but then I just put it aside. I'm not very good at finishing sketchbooks, so I'm challenging myself to do better this year. I'm not so attached to sketchbooks in general. I'm perfectly fine just painting on loose sheets of paper. I also tend to gravitate towards higher-end watercolor papers these days, but this Fabriano 1264 watercolor sketchbook is a really good pressure-free budget option for practice painting. It's also very good with the Inktense paint pen sets, as well as the Inktense and Graphitint pencils, which is what I'm going to use today. Also, I'm currently doing a no-buy to save up some money. 2023 was a bit rough financially. I've also become a bit jaded with constantly having to review something new and hoarding mentality in general. So this year there's not going to be any new supplies. I'm just using whatever I already have. And what I'm really looking forward to is to make progress in general, skill-wise. My main focuses this year will be oil pastels, Inktense, colored pencils that I really want to get better at, and maybe watercolors. At the end of last year, I redid my main watercolor palette from scratch because I had way too many colors in there, and it was also cluttered with several duplicates. So I replaced many of them with more useful single pigment colors that will hopefully allow me to improve my color mixing skills. This is the first winter that I actually feel inspired to draw and paint winter themes. Normally winter doesn't inspire me too much. It's also rather difficult to make art because of lack of sunlight, but so far I've been quite lucky when it comes to filming. Even though the sun goes down at like 4 p.m, we've had plenty of sunny days when I could just sit down and record some footage without any problem. I guess it just requires better time management, simply because there are less sunny hours. From May to June, it's the exact opposite. I feel like I have all the time in the world to create art and to make videos before work, after work, until like 9 p.m. In the winter, I really have to rely on a more strict schedule to get things done. I really only have the weekends to film, so I have to be more focused. In the summer, I'll just record whenever I want. It's a lot more spontaneous. The main reason why I chose January to be my hiatus month is as plain as this. It's just too dark to film. Technically, we get less daylight in December, but I don't want to skip December because I just love the holiday season so much, and the whole atmosphere on art YouTube and Instagram is just so wholesome. I just want to be part of it. I haven't spoken a word about the art that I'm painting right now. So I have put down a base layer using the Derwent Inktense and Pastel paint pen sets. The Pastel paint pen set is one of the supplies that I purchased at some point, maybe 2 years ago, and just never used it. It's an interesting color selection, but in my opinion, it's quite challenging to only use the pastel colors in an art because of the values but it seems pretty good for both winter and spring themes to accompany other palettes. I will hopefully reach for it more often because it's really great. The turquoise shade that I used in the sky is from the pastel set, and I'm very happy with my choice. I'm using the Inktense leaf green and Chinese ink pencils to create the pine trees, and I'm mostly using dark chocolate and Chinese ink along with some graphitint pencils to create the rocks on the shore. For the water and the shades on the snowy slopes, I'm actually using the Cretacolor Aquagraph pencils, which are basically Cretacolor's version of the graphitint pencils. Again, they are a bit limiting to use nothing else but them in an art, but they are excellent to accompany other supplies in a mixed media piece. While it is perfectly possible to finish an art using only the Inktense and Graphitint pencils, I prefer to combine them with the paint pen sets. I find it easier and also quicker to build up layers that way. And then you can just layer them as much as you want. It's not going to lift. When properly dissolved, especially wet on wet, Inktense becomes permanent on the paper. That is the main difference between Inktense and watercolors. As much as I love the Inktense blocks, they don't look the best on budget papers like this, so I'm only going to use the white and the leaf green block to add some more texture to the piece. Other than that, we are mostly done, so these are just the finishing touches. And now the most satisfying part, removing the masking tapes. So this is the finished piece. I really like how this turned out, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Take care and see you next time. Bye!